My ladies, welcome to Radiant Resilience Unplugged. I am your host, Claire Burt. I am a mindset expert and confidence coach, and I'm bringing to you a brand new podcast series specifically for you because we are over 40, we are dealing with change, and no one has actually taught us how to deal with change. So welcome. I'm really thrilled to see you, really glad to have you along, and you may hear my voice before because if you've been an avid follower, I do have a podcast, The Awakened Woman. She's grown up a little bit. She's transformed. She's had some moments in her life over the last year and a bit where she's like, no, I don't feel like the activated or the awakened woman anymore. I am stepping into my radiant resilience, and this is totally unplugged, a brand new podcast for you. So welcome. I hope you are having a great day. You're probably sitting down, driving to work, listening on coffee, having a break at lunch. Maybe you're even cooking with kids in the background and a disaster blowing up, but that is all cool. All you need to do is find 15 minutes a day where you can really sink into how you feel as a woman and how that effect knocks on for your ripple effect and how everyone else benefits from you taking that priority. So I welcome you and I congratulate you for taking this time. The Radiant Resilience Unplugged Process podcast is a brilliant new idea, and it's going to bring together a wealth of experience and a lot of experts to help us navigate through our life changes. Whether you're starting out in business, whether you're starting out through your life-changing journey, this is going to be a really great resource for you to tap into some mindset skills, really navigate mental health, and really find out what we really want to do. Because unless you know what you truly want to do authentically, you're never going to show up as your most authentic self. And self-love, self-preservation, self-prioritization is also so important. So thanks for joining me. Here on episode 1, it's a little intro, and then we're going to be having a chat about having the confidence to deal with change and actually making it happen. Change is something that is inevitable. Our ability to deal with it is becoming less and less patient, and we are finding that we are more entitled more than ever because we are so time poor, we are under the pump. Generations ago, we probably would have been dealt with change because we would have been in our typical gender roles. We would have been sitting in moments where that is already being taken care of by someone else. But fast forward to 2020s, 2023, almost into 2024, we are feeling like we are stuck. We are feeling like we are closing in on the world because we are a generation of women who are stuck in traditional gender roles at home whilst also having careers and having to think about finances. You are not just a wife or a mum anymore. You're a wife, you're a career woman, you are a bank manager, a social events coordinator, I suppose. You are the family PA. You have to think off the top of your feet. You are so mentally drained, you are so mentally exhausted because no one's actually taught you how to switch off. Because switching off means you're not doing a good enough job. If that comes along, then someone's going to judge you for being a bad mum, and then the world is over. Let me tell you, ladies, if you are listening to this, if you are a part of the Radiant Resilience Unplugged podcast, you are not going to be judged. You are never going to be judged for saying no, for not having a neat and tidy, spotless house. If the best thing you did today was got the kids to school, made a coffee and sat down, wrote a list of what you wanted to achieve, then darling, that is the best that you could have done today. Some days you're going to do a lot, some days you're not going to do a lot, and it's all about the balance, but having the confidence to adapt to that balance and implement that balance. Have the communication with the people that you live with your family, with your partner, your husband. Have the confidence to have that chat and say, I'm not good. I'm not having a good day today. How can you help me? I need help. And it's those conversations that start to spur difference and changes in gender roles, in lifestyle, in balance, in family life. And more often than not, it's going to have to be you that makes that call first. Unfortunately, we as women think for everybody else, and we assume that everyone else does the same. And that's why we get really disheartened. It's why we get disappointed, because people just don't think of us. We feel left out. We feel used. We feel resentful. We're taken for granted. But what in fact is that what we think everyone else is normal, people don't do to us. Not everyone else, not our partners, not our kids are going to have the foresight to see she's a little bit tired today. She didn't sleep that well. I'm going to pick up the slack on here. They're waiting for you to say that. They're waiting for you to make that change because you've just been sucking it up all these years and doing what you do. So are you confident enough to make that change and say, I'm not doing good today. I need your help? Or are you going to grumble around in a silent mood, really feeling resentful because you feel so much, not self-loathing, but self-disappointment that you haven't been able to speak up? Is that how you really want to pass on adulting to your kids? No, it's not. We want to show them that everything is a partnership. We want to show our kids, we want to show our partner that everything is relatable, that everything is a partnership, that we actually need help, that our partners actually want to help, that our partners actually don't know because they're fearful of they're doing it wrong. Because for all these years, we've set the bar so high on what we expect that no one can meet our expectations, and then we feel like we are slugged with all of this extra weight. So, do you have the confidence to change your mindset, your attitude, your health, your wealth? Do you have the confidence to change your communication, to improve your romantic relationships, to improve your parenting style, to improve in your career? Or are you going to sit back with resentment and say someone else is going to do it for me? You should know. They should know. Don't they know who I am? No one cares enough about you more than you care about you. So start putting that into motion and start putting yourself out there. It's scary, yes. You might hear a few no's. And if you're like me, hearing a no is going to be the worst because your fear of rejection kicks in every time. But that is just a little voice in your head. What if instead of fearing the no and you hear yourself think, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. This is not for me. This isn't the right way. What, instead of you thinking like that, you think, okay, maybe that was just a door I had to close and something better is coming. There was a lesson in that. Throughout this podcast, throughout Claire Burt Coaching, I am here to show you, to help you, to coach you, to lead you, and to mentor you to adapt to change. Your ability to adapt to change at work, in your relationships, in your families, within yourself is going to be the biggest skill you will ever learn. You could learn different modalities, you could learn different skills, but your ability to adapt to change is single most pointful way of you being able to step above everybody else. It's going to be the way that you keep trial and error to keep going. It's your resilience. Okay? Your radiant resilience will shine because you put yourself first, because you kept going, because you tried something new, because you asked for an opinion, because you let people in. This is what is so, so, so important. And this is what the Radiant Resilience Project is going to help you with. So how do you create your confidence? How do you create change? Creating change means you need to sit with your journal. You're going to need to write out, like I did today, what am I exceptional at? And list everything. List down in your notebook, in your journal. If you're not journaling every single day, you need to. If you don't know how to, please reach out to me at claire@myinspiredlifestyleproject.com and let me know. I will make sure that you find your voice. I will make sure you learn how to journal. So I want you to sit down and write, what am I exceptional at? And then write, I am exceptional at, and list them all below. That is what I've done. If you're watching the video, I've listed all my titles and I'll keep adding to this. Write what you're exceptional at. The first thing I can guarantee you're going to go and say is, I don't know what I'm good at. And you're going to instantly then go, I know what I'm not good at. But I don't want you to focus on what you're not good at, because that's easy. That's too easy to do. I want you to focus on what do you know you are exceptional at. And if you don't know, then what if you did know? What if you did know what you're exceptional at? What would that be? I can guarantee you, okay? If you don't know and you've got your kids around, go and ask them. No, there's no truth like a bunch of kids to keep you in line, am I right? Go through and ask them. And then look at your list and say, this is what I'm good at. How can I transform this into my every single day? How can I take this list to work? How can I take this list into my relationship, my marriage? How can I take this list into raising my kids? How can I take this into my friendship? How can I take this into myself to improve my lifestyle? My body is going through a change. How do I take this list into that? How do I love myself more? How do I prioritize myself? Do I prioritize myself? Because the little changes that you make, we're not here to blow shit up and make it go crazy. What we are actually going to do is make small incremental changes that are incredibly life-changing. We're going to look at your mindset. We're going to tweak it. We're going to pull it apart. We're going to sew back together. We're going to undo the stitches and resew. We're going to look at your lifestyle. Are you feeding yourself good noise, good food? Are you nourishing your soul? Are you seeing, hearing, tasting? Are we engaging our full five senses, and are we nourishing our five senses? Because if we are not nourishing our five senses, you need to make sure that that is a priority. Okay, so that is something. And how are we having our conversations? Where are we with our marriage? Where are we at with what we want? Are we living in a world or in a situation that we are ships in the night, that we don't feel we are connected? Have you had kids and you've lost that connection? Sweetheart, you need to find that connection. You need to make that step. You need to try. And if your person, if your husband, if your partner is resistant, keep trying and trying and trying to break it in. It works. Trust me. I'm going to go into more of this in our podcast series and across my groups as well. Make sure you go into my description here of the podcast episode and join my group. It's going to be awesome to see you there, and I'm going to delve into this a lot more. So your ability to change is going to be your corner pillar. It is going to be what you stand on. It is what you are going to proclaim to the world, is what your story is going to be. It is what is going to inspire people around you. Your ability to change and deal with it, be resilient, be radiant, is what your soul is calling for. Are you tuned into that? Are you tuned into your feminine energy, or are you heavy in your masculine? We're going to chat about energetics too. So over the course of this podcast, this is what we are going to listen to. And this is what I'm giving you to take away from today's very first episode. If you're not on my email list, I want you to head into the description and I want you to subscribe. There is a great resource, a freebie that you will all get for registering and signing up as part of my email subscribe list. And you get first access to all of the downloads, all of the products, all of the workings and resources and thoughts that I have go into my email list first. So you get access to that. Head over into the list, head over to clareburt.com.au and make sure you sign up and register as a valued reader. But if you are not sure what you are exceptional at, this is what we're going to do. To build your change foundation, it is simple as this. We are not going to sit here and list all of them, overwhelm ourselves with all of the things that we're going to change in our lives. We're going to focus on one thing, and we're going to focus on that word change. And we're going to put it on the bottom of your piece of paper. I want you to write change, and I want you to put a box around it and see that it is the platform. Change is going to be what you step onto to elevate yourself again and again and again. Your mindset, like I said, your health, your mindset, your relationships, everything balances on the word change. Okay. And then I want you to write on your list above the word change, I want you to write everything that you are exceptional at. If you don't know what you're exceptional at, what if you were exceptional? What would you be? Who would you feel? What would you have? How would you wake up every day? Don't think about the how, but think about what would you look like? How would you feel if you weren't filled with inflammation? How would you feel if you got on top of your mindset and you weren't worried all the time? How would you feel if you woke up and had the most loving, supporting partner next to you every single day? How would you feel knowing that your kids are with you on this journey and you're helping them grow? You're not just watching, you're actually helping them. How would it feel to be successful at work and actually be seen, heard, and acknowledged for the work that you're doing? This is what we are going to change together inside the Radiant Resilience podcast. And I'm so excited to have you. So underneath, you've got change. On top of that, everything that you're exceptional at. I want you to write the list. And then I want you to leave it. And I want to come back to episode 2. And we're going to chat a little bit more, make sure that you have the word change, the list of what you're exceptional at, and make sure you join my Facebook group and make sure you join my email list, because this is where the resources and the magic and how we grow this beautiful new chapter for you. So thank you again for listening. I thank you for joining me. I really hope you've got a brilliant list. If you want to share these lists with me, make sure you head into the bio and tag me in all my socials. Send me an email. Let me know how you go. Please, I would love for you to share this new podcast to all of your audiences, to all of the women who are feeling like they are stuck, because we are midlife, but we are going to take that and radiate with exceptional beauty and health and wellness. So I love to see you all. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Make sure you're subscribing. Bye, guys.